Okay, this is from Thoughts on Thinking. All credit goes to him with pulling this David Bowie's Omicron, but it it's relating to Niven and all Awamu videos about Astaroth and Astro World and the Serpent Bear being behind the sun and the constellation above that, containing Astaroth, and this ties into the Omicron, right? Because this is David Bowie's Omicron, and so I'll let Thoughts on Thinking explain his little part about the tarot, and then after that, this is 9 minutes and 17 seconds, and then after that, it gets into it shows the video game, and you guys are going to be blown away. This all ties into the metaverse, what Facebook is doing, and the virtual world, and the virtual jobs, and they've even got virtual job postings up on LinkedIn right now for like ones for a virtual insurance agent and other things. So that they've already got, and like they've already sold a bunch of real estate virtually, uh, like, and so one mana, I guess that's one of the cryptos that's being used in the metaverse. One mana, I think, costs around $5. So who really can afford but the ultra elite to live there? But this is going to blow your mind, guys. If you've been following everything I've been following, the monograph stuff and Niven, and I've leaked a little bit of stuff out posted, but I've been posting everything to Deep State Watchdogs. And if you're following along with the Omicron and the frequencies and the virtual world and the simulation and everything, the matrix and the synchronicity and all this, and the people trying to hospitalize people trying to get people into mental hospitals and everything, probably so they can hook them up to these. They'll say that oh, it's a new treatment. You put on the VR goggles and you pretend to be somebody, right? Well, they're going to be making money off of hospital patients, and hopefully I don't turn into one of those. But I'm going to stay away from the psychiatrist, just see my counselor, and she's all right with me and everything like that, and get my maybe even get off of my prescriptions. I don't have any my prescription. I don't know, but I just get my prescription like I have been from my PCP. So my doctor, my main doctor, my health doctor. But anyway, check this out. This is gonna freak you guys out. This is trippy, dude. Get ready. I'm gonna turn the closed captions on because the text in the video is not. I don't think is readable too well, and I'm gonna turn the closed captions on so you guys can read. Everything that's going across there, but you're not gonna be able to see the graphics too well. But it's nothing impressive, but it was some years ago, video game. Anyway, here we go. Did I get my camera off? My screen is kind of cracked right there. My screen was cracked right there. All right, here we go.
What is the intention of Omicron to bring about or do if successful upon the masses? Its intent is to forward the development of whether the global agenda is successful or not, which is to digitize humanity. Trap humanity inside a digital prism, which is to make human freedom dependent on whether you have a digital jab passport or the Internet of Bodies, or that which is trapped inside this agenda, etc., etc. And that is what Omicron's purpose is, to continue the plan and process of ever stepping closer and closer to that point of digital singularity, whereby mankind becomes, or at least believes in this dependency on a form of digital authentication to continue on living, or to be accepted in living in society, or be given the right to live life itself. The nomad soul, on the other hand, is the type of soul which is capable of breaking this form of tyranny and control on its own people. Because the nomad, if given a tarot interpretation, is the perfect duality of the fool and the magician. The fool is the opposite of that which would submit to that which limits life to stagnation and comfort. This is the risk taker, being completely open to experience, not afraid of death or harm, the true beauty of a curious mind open to the complete experience of life. To take risk and to start something new to experience no matter what the situation is. To allow the experience of life to guide them forth with complete acceptance of reality. And of course, the magician being the card of originality, creation, confidence, individuality, willpower, and initiative. This is the nomad soul, and that which overcomes the powers that be which desire to restrict and castrate the experience of life itself into something else. To live out the life of this archetypal energy of the nomad soul is to be that which is completely good, a symbol of love, to be a living and breathing symbol that this empowers the influence of evil in this world which we see today. That to be free, one has to live free. Now, when you watch this David Bowie video game clip from the game Omnicron Nomad Soul, you will see that it illustrates the complete narrative of what is going on today in this world, and it should prove to you the existence of magic through language and intent. All people use language to produce their own reality, but so do organizations, institutions, and the agendas in which they want to make real in this world. Hence why the variant is called Omnicron, because you will be a moron if you buy into it, because you will be sacrificing your life to the digital entrapment of humanity. This is what the occult meaning, for example, of abracadabra means, which in translation is you create what you speak. So watch this clip. It will probably freak you out a little bit, but if you can see where I'm coming from, you'll understand what I mean.
So here you are, the stranger in Omicron, conqueror of demons. Dagobah told me much about your exploits. You're not the first video game player to get your soul trapped in this dimension, but you're certainly the first to stay alive so long. They're now in Astaroth's reservoir of souls. Better to die 1,000 deaths than end up there. Astaroth was locked up in a cage for thousands of years by Cuchulainn, the hero of the Cobalt Wars. Now that he's free, the demon needs to build up his power again, because it dwindled over the centuries. To do so, he needs souls. Thousands of souls. He derives his power from suffering souls. They endure infinite tortures in the reservoir. It is this endless suffering that will enable him to recover his former power. The souls here are grey and withered. You can't get much power from them. The juiciest souls are in your dimension. Astaroth created the video game called Omicron in order to capture them, the game you're playing at this very moment. He uses Omicron to attract souls. He asks players to put their spirit into a body in order to enter our dimension. As soon as the soul has come here, it only takes a demon to catch it and take it to Astaroth, who condemns it for all eternity, which very nearly happened to you. No, unfortunately. As long as your soul is a prisoner in Omicron, you run the risk of being caught by a demon and thrown into the reservoir. The only way to save your soul is to kill Astaroth. But nobody knows where he hides, not to mention how to go about killing him. Let me think. There might be a way to find out more about Astaroth. There's an old parchment that comes from the Cobalt Wars. It mentions Astaroth. Perhaps it says something about how to destroy the demon. The parchment is in the central library of Omicron under strict guard at the top of the pyramid. Go to the library and gather together all the information you can find on Astaroth. The survival of your soul is at stake. Legate Reshev protects everything that dates from the Cobalt Wars. He still hopes to discover some secrets of the ancient art. All access to these documents is forbidden. The library is in the Lahore sector. You'll need a pass to get there. You'll find one somewhere in this house. I placed Jenna at the head of Phalanx 5 to replace Namtar the traitor. I asked her to give you all the help you need. Something tells me you can help us achieve our goal. An old legend recounts that only a nomad soul can hunt the demons out of Omicron. You may be the one we have been waiting for. I must go. Now the binary tides are turning. May Vaigrimuka guide your steps. Wake up, people of Omicron. Reshev and his corrupt government are lulling you to sleep in order to control you better. They have transformed you into puppets that are manipulated by Ix and the demons. Join the awakened ones and rise up to fight for your freedom. Together, we can win. All the inhabitants of Omicron are now awakened. The trusts have been destroyed. The last skirmishes are ending in the streets. We have had an extraordinary victory, which our descendants will recount from generation to generation, and we owe this victory to you, Nomad Soul. You helped us win back our freedom. For us all, you are now a legendary hero, like Cuchulainn before you. I shall try to take on material form again and leave this accursed network that has kept me prisoner for centuries. Thank you for all you have done for us, Nomad Soul. I'll never forget you.
All right. That was David Bowie's Omicron message from the past in the video game. If you thought you recognized that face, yeah, that was David Bowie. So, like I said, my buddy sent this to me, Frankie, and oh, there's Princess. My buddy Frankie sent this video to me, and all credit goes to this channel. Thoughts on, what is it? Dang it. Come on, phone. But anyway, this relates to everything. Thoughts on thinking. Let's see what his next videos. That's 3 days ago. He's got some interesting videos here. Shout out to Thoughts on Thinking. I just subscribed. Oh wow, he's got some good stuff, guys. I'll have to check him out. But you know, this is just one more clue. I think I pretty much got it all together. You know that, but we need to find out. Somebody out there, one of my subs, find out. Like if somebody can get this to Monograph, I'm gonna email this video here to Monograph, and You know, and you need to be up on Niven's video about the serpent bear, the constellation. I can't pronounce it, you know, it's Greek. And the two constellations that are rising up above the sun, behind the sun and above the sun right now. And Astaroth is in that one to the top right. One of the stars is called Astaroth, and some other names. But anyway, mainly we're talking about Astaroth here, entrapping everyone in a digital realm, you know. And then we got the metaverse going on, and we all know that Travis Scott, if you watch that video of them invoking Astaroth and that spirit, that black thing dropping down into him, that video, my next live stream, I'll have all that stuff and some of the stuff that I found with the music, with the Omicron songs. If you search Omicron songs in YouTube, you'll find a bunch of music that was made, mainly techno type music, techno, electronic, and synthwave. And then there's a group called Omicron that does some pretty cool music. But the views were really low. I don't know what they are now, but all these songs, all of them were really low. And I pulled out like, and then there's another video game called Omicron that people have been playing and putting on YouTube. But it was like an indie game. But so yeah. So if you search YouTube for Omicron songs, you'll find these songs, this music, and they all have very little. And I thought this was 2 days after the Omicron B1 1529 information came out. And I searched it, and I thought, you know, for God's sakes, I'm not the only one that found these, you know, because there was very few, and they were pretty well put together looking groups, musicians, you know, that made some pretty good music. So they all had like 6, 7 views, 12 views, you know, and they had come out, you know, around 2015, a lot of them, and just like the guy that Monograph found that had his profile hijacked after he died. And this all relates to, you know, Back to the Future and the frequency and everything like that. So, oh man, guys, I just ate a spectacular lunch. My mom fixed some Mexican food. I'm stuffed. I'm gonna conk out here for a little while. And if I'm feeling better, I'm having metabolism problems, guys. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm drinking too much coffee and sugar. I don't have any idea. But you know, when you hit 40, 43, you start falling apart, and like I got the back problems with my nerve pinched in my bottom of my spine and my legs and everything. So, but if I'm feeling like it, I'll try and pop out a live stream tonight. If not, it'll be tomorrow, because I really want to talk to my counselor about stuff like about you know, what I should reveal and what I shouldn't reveal, if I should put it behind a paywall, if money is even going to be an issue anymore, you know what I mean? And like, man, the fourth is the eclipse down in Antarctica, and some of my contacts are saying that that's going to be like the kicking off of the quantum Ragnarok, you know, or the awakening of whatever's down in Antarctica. So this last blood moon was significant, but this eclipse reflects on the other realm, you know. So at this point, I'm still working on the frequency. I need somebody to translate those notes better. And trying to have my son do it. He's just like, he's involved with the fucking race car games and shit, and he's just out of touch with fucking everything that I'm doing. So, but he, you know, he was a musician, he was in band, and he could do that for me. But you know, I'm feeling compelled to bring this out now, but something's holding me back. It's the basic rule of magic to, keep it secret, keep it safe. But if you guys want, most of my stuff I've been publishing to Deep State Watchdogs, so the links, you can find the link anywhere or search it. I'm the only Deep State Watchdogs, DAWGS. I'm the only Mr. Mission Control, and all my old stuff's on BitChute, Twitch, and Odyssey, Library Odyssey, okay? And I'm on a bunch of other social media, got spotted here and there, but those are the main ones. So, but I wish I could piece this together a lot better for you guys. You don't have a good presentation. I just can't sit at my computer right now with my back doing this to my legs and my metabolism issues. All this is really putting a strain on me, and one of my contacts that is in almost constant contact with me, and I almost have no time for anything else. But that's my path, so I got to deal with it. You guys have an excellent day. I'm gonna go take a nap, but piece it together what you can. We've got to find out where Travis Scott, because demons jump from one person to another once they're here. So we got to find out who Travis Scott's been in contact with since the concert. I mean, high level people is who Astaroth is going to want to get into, because what's he going to do through Travis Scott except for absorb Loosh, Looshy Loosh. So he's probably not in Travis Scott anymore. He probably jumped. Kardashians were there. Maybe jumped into one of them. Who has Travis Scott been in contact with? That's significant within the past, since Astro World incident happened. Okay, so you guys have an assignment there. I'm counting on somebody to come up with that information. I can't do this on my own, guys. I'm asking for help now. You know what I mean? I'm not I'm not a superhero. I don't think anyone is. Everybody needs, Monograph's got his super smart girlfriend there to help him with now, and I've got a little help too, but I need all you hundreds of you fucking on this shit. You know what I mean? Peace out, motherfuckers. Mr. Mission Control's out of here.